Listen, I trust you with this information, OTT. We had a conversation prior. I'm not sure if you remember, but it was in regards to a lab.
Yeah, they're good.
And I'm letting you know this now, and I trust you not to tell anyone for now, not even your own boys, that we have one. Okay?
Oh.
We have one. And I know you really wanted to get into it, and I'm gonna be honest, OTT, you're the last person in the Southside I trust, right? I trust Speedy, obviously, but I don't consider him Southside anymore. I don't think he considers himself Southside anymore. And you're the only person I trust left outside of GG. So I wanted to reach my hand out to you and see what you thought, and if you want to play a part in it, we're open to hearing options. Just want to know what you think.
All right. Well, first off, man, I appreciate you sharing this info with me, and I won't tell my boys if you don't want me to, of course. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, dude, I'll be honest, man. There was about a 3-month period where we were trying hard to get a lab, and all of the boys knew, and the gals in the group knew that, like, if we got it, we were going to offer it to you guys, and basically just use it alongside of you. I mean, in a perfect world, like, it doesn't seem like you guys. I mean, I don't know. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but it doesn't seem like you guys are super active with it during the EU hours, because, like, you know, with all due respect, Forehead, he calls us, you know, frequently looking for pillows, and you know, I did tell him that, like, you know, fuck, if we had a lab, like, obviously we could supply you with a lot more. So I mean, we don't mind doing that, but we'd have to figure out a way that we would be able to use it, whether BSK would use it, say, in the EU hours, or we could even, you know, you guys can still hold on to it, use it, and then if you need 1 or 2 people from BSK to, like, help with the cook, like, we can do that as well. Like, obviously it's your key, so I don't want to, like, overextend or you know, try and seem greedy. You know, it would be an honor to be able to, you know, to use this with you, alongside of you, and then we would have basically 2 groups to protect it together, opposed to just one. Obviously we could put the key in a place that, like, you know, we both have access to it, or if you don't feel like the trust is quite there yet, then, you know, you guys can hold on to it, and then if you need us, you know, we can jump on board and help you out, whether it's lookout, cooking, whatever. Doesn't really matter. I don't know what you have in mind, but I'm down to play ball for whatever.
How many people in BSK do you guys have that are, like, qualified to cook in a lab?
There are 4 or 5 of us that are level that are at 75.
And are you one of them?
I am, yeah.
Okay,
I think I'm like level 4. I'd have to double check. I don't have my thing on me right now. I can cook in a lab right now.
Okay. By the way, during this meeting, I'm gonna have to have, like, a lot of sidebars. So
Yeah, no problem.
just so you know. All right, guys. First sidebar.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. So there's one little thing, right? Before we, like, discuss, like, specific, like, terms and stuff, it's just that normally we like to cook EU, right? A little bit. We've been out of the game a little bit because, you know, Zuck been on vacation, I've been on vacation, whatever, what have you. But we're gonna try and work our best NA as well as EU. So if we do come to an agreement, I need you to call Zuck and make sure, like, he's not cooking for the day, or, like, you're good to cook, like, your boys are good to cook. You know?
Gotcha. Well, and what we can do as well is typically we have 3 to 4 people awake during NA daily. So, you know, if you guys only have 4 or 3 or 2 awake, you can always give BSK a call, and you know, I can let the crew know, if assuming we work everything out, I can let the crew know that, like, hey, when GG calls, you know, you need to be able to go down there and help out. Like, we can do that as well.
Ideally, we would only like to give you access to the key.
Of course.
Yeah. So I mean, if you're not there,
what
then...
I'm saying is if your guys are awake and there's only a few of you awake, and you want to get a cook in, you don't have enough people, you could give BSK a call. They don't need to have the key. They can just, you know, they can just be outside guarding for you, or have an extra person inside helping you with the cook. That way that you're not missing out on cooks. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, fair enough. I have another question. Are there any, like, hang-arounds or newer people to the gang that you don't fully trust yet?
So I fully trust everybody. We do have 2 hang-arounds. right now, and they basically how we operate.
We interrupt this program for an important news
we
announcement.
Obviously we have the car wash,
all
but
right,
we have
that's
things around
fine.
the car wash as
Okay.
well.
I'm waiting sexy
so,
to
you know,
accept
access
requests, yeah. And I'm
gang
waiting
stashes,
sexy to go unprotected,
shared
yeah.
lodges,
He
things
nodded
like that.
in me and he went electric,
Specific
yeah.
members and
Okay,
gang funds,
all right,
accounts.
that's fine.
So when it comes to our hangarounds, they don't have access to the majority of the things that we do, and they are only privy to specific information. So when it comes to, you know, you guys having a key or us using a key, those hangarounds would not be part of essentially the hierarchy of our inner workings until they, you know, move up in the ranks, so to speak.
Yeah.
So to the long-winded answer is we do have two. I do trust them, but I only trust them, you know, as much as you should trust a hangaround.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, I trust you to put it at your close discretion to, you know, not just tell everyone and like everyone around you, you know, this deal if it does happen, right? Like, oh, we have a key on us, this, that. I trust your discretion. So in terms of like how it would work, we were thinking. So obviously you'll get 4 to 5 pillows every cook, right? We were thinking every time you guys cook, you give us 2 pillows, and then if you get 2 or 3 extra, you just keep them all. That sounds fair enough.
Spin.
Sounds pretty fair. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Obviously, I you know, out of respect to like the ones that are just below me, like I'd want to be able to just run all this by them. You know, if we end up, because they're gonna need to know anyway. Like if we end up doing this deal, right? Like the hierarchy of BSK are gonna be the ones that are gonna go do the cooks, and pretty much all of the shot callers in BSK are all the level that needs to be to use the actual lab. Now, obviously, we'll end up, like, I'll probably end up being the cook for us. I can guarantee that. I wouldn't allow another soul to take that key out unless I was present. So, you know, if I'm asleep and, you know, that key will not be used from BSK without me being present. Because I don't want something to go, you know, tits up sideways when I'm not around. So, you know, this 2 pillow thing seems very fair. And then not only that, if you guys need more meth, like to do runs and whatnot, you can always give us a call, and you know, we can sell you pillows at a discounted price.
Right.
Because we still have 4 cooks that are gonna be cooking on tables.
Okay.
So we're still gonna cook on tables alongside of this. This will just be icing on the cake.
Right. So another thing we need to discuss is collateral, right? So if you guys lose it or whatnot or what have you, like, how would you go about that? Because I've never done collateral for, like, I've never shared anything with another gang, you know? So have you ever like had experience with this, and what do you think about collateral?
I mean, I don't mind. I mean, I guess it really all depends on what you guys did. You guys steal the lab? Did you guys pay for it? Like,
We bought
I'm not
it.
sure.
So it's technically safe, but we were warned that it was being watched. But we have moved it several times since.
Okay. I mean, I'm down. This is something that I have to talk to my boys about like what they're comfortable with. Obviously, you can trust me. The problem is if somebody tries to come and steal this lab from us, like, and I'm just being transparent. The only downfall about working with us is people seem to get brazen when it comes to BSK. Right. And you know, I'm not saying that, you know, we're gonna have everybody and their dog coming after this lab, and really, in all reality, nobody should even know we have it. So it should literally just be BSK and GG that know. But on the off chance that somebody does come and fuck us up, then and takes the key, which is very rare. I mean, have we ever heard of anybody actually losing a lab key to another gang, like outside of us, that got it stolen from Reed through a trade? Really, it was a lab key trade for a lab key, and they ended up giving a fake lab key or an old lab key from in the past that wasn't actually a real key. Like, they ended up tricking our boys. I wasn't there for it.
Yeah.
But I'm down to do something collateral wise. I just like I'm not sure what it is that you want. Like I don't know if it's for money, but the thing is like then if collateral is really high, is it really worth it for us to risk all of this? If we're gonna help you guys get more meth, and in turn we're gonna get a little bit, but we also got to ask ourselves like if we're able to cook say twice in a day, is it still every 2 hours or is it every hour now?
Every 2.
Yeah. So theoretically and realistically, we would be able to do 2 cooks in the EU, maybe 3, but that's assuming that you guys don't use it. So I'm assuming that if you guys are going to also use it during the EU, we're really only looking at 1 or 2 cooks a day, which will give us about, maybe 6 extra pillows in a day, which is decent, is pretty good. Maybe 7 if we get lucky, because we're going to be giving you guys 2 off the top of
2
each.
cooks is fucked.
So I then got to ask myself, okay, well, I'm not going to put up millions of dollars in collateral, because if we end up losing the key, God forbid, not only would I feel bad, but then we're going to be owed a shit ton of money when in reality, we're not going to make that much money to begin with. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like, I don't mind putting up, $1 million in collateral or, I don't know. I mean, obviously whoever steals a key is going to get fucked up, right? Like, I would imagine that if say, for example, I don't know, Rust, right? Just because I've got a problem with McGregor right now. So and I'm gonna smoke him when I see him. But
Damn right.
so say for example, McGregor ends up finding out that we're sharing a key with you for whatever fucking reason, and Russ comes in and steals the key from us. Obviously, that's gonna hurt you, and that's gonna hurt me, and they're gonna be picking a fight with 2 gangs. So it's like we're gonna get the key back regardless. But if they're smart and whoever steals it blacks out and they don't fuck up, there is that small chance we don't know who actually did it.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Correct. So I don't have the perfect answer for you, Marty, and I want to be fair, but I also don't want to fuck BSK as well, right? Like,
yeah.
If you guys paid $5 million for the lab key, I can't say I'm going to give you $5 million back, right? Like it's not like I own the key myself.
I don't expect that. No, not at all. I just realistically, like, it's not about the money. It's just about we don't want to just hand you it with nothing in return, just so you don't take it lightly, if that makes sense. I don't think you wouldn't take it seriously. I just think that if you had something on the stake as well, you would be more cautious just naturally. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. I mean, like I said, I don't mind putting $1 million up. If I lose it, or I can fund whatever war that we got to go up against to get the key back, and basically essentially pay for the guns to go fuck up whoever did it, assuming that we actually found out. But outside of that, I don't know what else to put up. Like, I'm down to put up anything that makes sense that's not going to completely cripple my group.
Yeah, makes sense. Sidebar time, huh?
Yo.
So I'm gonna just tell you straight up, like I said, I trust you. We paid 10 mil for the lab. Okay.
10 million?
Yeah, we paid 10 mil.
Oh my god. Is this the fucking Mayhem lab?
Yeah, it's the Mayhem lab, yeah.
Oh my god. Those fuckers offered me $20 million, man. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
10 million.
I heard they were saying 20 million to other people and then 10 million to us. So, yeah.
Did you even how do you even recoup $10 million? There's no way you
I have a plan.
We robbed the casino and then we made that 10 million, then boom, and then we now have money, and then he has a plan apparently, and then yeah.
Okay. All right. That's a lot of money.
By the way, I forgot to mention, that La Mesa deal, if you still want it, it stands. If you don't want it, we'll take it and start selling on the street, by the way.
I mean, they haven't
is
been
that
pushing.
No, we haven't. He called me earlier. Essentially, just so that you know, we sell in 2 spots. So right now we have 4 cooks, and I cook strictly for our locals. Or no, sorry. I cook strictly for Cyprus. I have another guy that simply cooks for our locals, and then I have another guy that cooks for Sandy, and then we have another cook that isn't as consistent that will also throw meth on our locals from time to time, or been selling a little bit to Forehead to you guys.
Jesus.
So, like, in all honesty, us even getting a lab right now, it doesn't really mean much to us from a financial point, because we have just enough meth to be self-sufficient. But what excites me about this is being able to work alongside you guys and continuing to build that relationship. And, you know, we can help you guys prop up more, and then we'll be able to do some meth runs ourselves, because some of our boys been wanting to do meth runs, but the way it stands, we can't really do meth runs because we need to keep full rep in Cypress and Sandy, and then we need to feed our locals. That's the reason why this I'm fielding this, and why I'm interested is really the meth runs. That's the big thing. And then obviously I can get my percentage up from 75 to 100, which is nice. But the difference between 75 and 100, it isn't an astronomical difference in terms of money. So we would have to have like a couple of months of consecutive cooks in order for us to really feel a difference, especially if we're putting up some large amount of money for collateral. That's why I was saying, like, at $10 million, I have no idea how you guys would even recoup that money through the meth, through the table itself. It's so much meth.
Well, okay. Well, you don't have to shit on us, OTT. We
I
just thought it
know.
was a good
I'm not
idea. And we thought, you know, we're big bosses, so, you know, big bosses need a lab.
Like,
we don't do no
we
table
do meth
shit.
runs. That's
We
what
do
they do.
meth runs. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
All right. I digress.
Well, listen. Instead of the 1 mil deposit, I was thinking more so closer to 2, and that wouldn't be spent. I'm just gonna put it away, and then, you know, whenever our deal is done and whenever you reside on cooking at the lab, I'll just get right back. You know, and I'm good for my word. I'm not gonna steal 2 million. What the hell am I gonna get out of that?
I mean, it's something I have to talk to my boys with. I'll be honest, we just don't have 2 million. Like, we don't have $2 million. I have let's see here. I have $1.3 million to my name. We got $1 million in guns right now.
Oh, we accept guns as payment. That's
Well, the other problem is the person that actually holds our guns in their storage hasn't been in the city for 10 days, and we cannot access any of our fucking guns.
oh.
And they're dying right now. So, you know, as much as I would love to put up some guns as collateral, I actually can't even access them myself. And I'm about to go smoke McGregor. And, you know, if Rust's getting their feelings about it, then we're going to have to smoke Rust. And then I'm going to need to probably put in $1 million in guns there as well. If you guys want, like, I know that we could do $1 million, no fucking problem. 2 million right now, like, out of the blue is no. But if you guys were set on that, I can talk to the higher ups. So just my shot callers, say, hey, this is what they're proposing. Are we cool with it? If they're cool with it, we're going to need probably 5 to 7 days, because we've got about $1 million in inked right now that are just kind of, you know, waiting, I guess, to dry out. If they're down, we don't mind putting up the money. And Marty, I'm just going to go and tell you, bro, I honestly don't think $2 million is worth it for us, but I'm willing to do it just to be part of this with y'all. I don't give a fuck about the money. Money means nothing to me. I've been trying to get you guys a lab for fucking ever and a day. And the fact that y'all have had one this entire fucking time, you know, it is what it is. So, like,
No, we haven't had it forever. We haven't had it forever.
oh, okay. All right. Well, I personally think 2 million is too much. Because like I said, we're only going to get 6 to 7 pillows a day from this lab. And, you know, we're looking at $17,000 per pillow. So that's what, 60K, 100. We're going to say on average, we're going to make about $100,000 a day if we're assuming we're getting 2 cooks in and we're giving you 2 over the top. And what is it? Is it still paint? Do you still need paint thinner for this, or do you need the other cleaning product?
Paint thinner, yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So we'll still make about $100K a day. So at $2 million, we would have to do about 20 days of cooking 2 times a day just to cover that collateral. I know that the collateral hasn't been spent, but I'm just thinking theoretically, in 2 months, if we got robbed for this key, we're out of $2 million. You guys obviously would deserve to keep that. And then we got to ask ourselves, like, why did we do all this in the first place? Right. So I'm just, I'm just telling you, like, I'm just being upfront and honest because it's how I am. I will campaign with my crew to go and do this. We're trusting you. You're trusting us. It is what it is. The only thing that I do ask is if, say, a month down the road, we feel as though like we're just not getting enough use out of this, or it's just not working out, or maybe there's so much heat on it that like, okay, we want to back out, that we can get that collateral back and you have full access to the key again.
100%. Yeah, there's no contract we have to stay with us locked in or anything like that. Like if you ever want to back out, you ever start to get to a point where you're feeling backed up into a corner or anything, like you just don't want to be part of it anymore, you just want to be rid of it, anytime, you just let me know and we'll just,
Yeah, that's
give the
fair.
money back, give the access back, and boom, good to go. And listen,
All right.
since you've clearly shown that you really do want to work with us, I feel like it's only fair that I say fuck the 2 mil and I'm down for the 1 mil deposit. I'm not really pressed about money. I just want to make sure that you're urgent towards it, and you clearly seem urgent enough, and I'm not pressed about the extra million. I'm just not. So I'm down for the 1 million deal. I just have one rule. I didn't know you had a conflict with McGregor or Rust in any capacity, so I'd rather wait to continue this deal until after we know that's resided, right? So
Okay. That's fair. I mean, I'd like to talk to my shot callers anyway. I know that they'll be down, and obviously I trust them with my life. So like, they're not going to say anything to anybody, and we won't even tell anybody below that in BSK until it becomes a reality, because we will at that point need to let BSK know. Obviously the hangarounds don't need to know shit, but like our blooded in members that have been with me forever, they're going to be the ones that are going to be helping on the lookout and everything else for this. At $1 million, it's worth it. It puts enough skin in the game for us that like we're going to be extra careful. And I'll be honest, man, I'm
VIP.
I value our relationship more than the money. So I don't even give a fuck about the $1 million. I mean, we'll take this very seriously because like we don't want to let you guys down.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll make that happen. I know at $1 million we'll all agree. That'll give me like 24 hours to talk with the shot callers. It'll give me 24 hours to find and shoot McGregor to see what the fuck these idiots want to do. and then if they want to beef, then we'll go put them into the fucking grave like we did last time. And then once we're done, we'll start cooking in the masses. And then we can just work out a system that works for the both of us.
Right.
And I think if we just have the key in an area that we have access, even if I have access here, like, or in an area that you guys can hold the key. Okay.
Do you have access to a warehouse right now?
No. All we have is access to shared garages. That's it.
It's in a warehouse, and
Okay.
you just go there.
All right.
And
perfect.
do not put anything in there. Only the key stays in there, as well as barrels of gas. It's hidden in between the barrels.
Yep. Sounds good. No, that works for me. And like I said, I will always be there. I will be the one that'll get the key. I will be the one that'll put the key away. I'll be the one that'll hold on to the key. I'll be the main cook. And nobody else in BSK will touch it unless I'm around, period. So if I'm not awake, it's not being used.
Exactly. And no cooking during war.
Absolutely not.
Fuck cooking during war.
We don't even sell during war. We don't even use our tables during war. We don't take any chances.
Okay, perfect.
None. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if somebody tries to steal it from me or you, then they're dead. If we find out who it is, it's over.
Hey, fuck off. It's over.
I'm not really concerned. Yeah, I mean, it's done.
Okay, fair enough.
Hello there. One last request, if this does go down.
Okay.
I mean, I was kind of, never really had a chain before. I was kind of hoping that this is what I was like an unofficial,
You want a chain?
Might be able to. Yes. Yeah.
I can get you a chain.
Oh hell yeah!
I mean, you're OG GG, so I don't see why not. Mickey's got one too.
All right, that's what's up. All right, cool.
I can get you a chain. I don't mind.
All right, perfect.
Okay, I'll give you the chain. I'll put the chain next to the key, so you can grab it next time you cook. All right.
Beautiful. I'll just wear it when I cook.
Okay, perfect.
Hell yeah.
All right, well, we'll talk
right,
about
hey.
it soon, all right?
Sounds good. Hey, I appreciate you guys bringing me in on this and sharing this with me. It does mean a lot, guys.
We interrupt this program for an important news announcement.
Okay, alright, that's fine. Okay. I'm way too sexy to accept requests, yeah. And I'm way too sexy to go unprotected, yeah. He nodded in me and he went electric, yeah. Okay, alright, that's fine.